This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Aloha kakahiyaka! And yes, beautiful, beautiful Thursday. Look who's back. I know, right? It's been a while, but hopefully you're enjoying your day wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Faith and Melody. This is Des Asenas, and you know, this is the program where we get to talk about everything that matters to us as members of the Church of Christ. And of course, enjoy and be inspired by original Iglesia ni Cristo music. So please do join us along in our discussion all throughout the program. Our topic for today is proud yet humble. And of course, if you have any other music, especially from the INC original music that you'd like us to play for you, something that you'd like to dedicate to anyone, or just a simple shout out, let us know through the chat box that we have on YouTube. Meantime, let's play now our first music for the day, and the title is The Grace That Would Be Mine.
I'm not naive about what's going on around me. I can see this world ain't getting better. It's alright, I'm not worried about the future, 'cause my salvation is secure.
I've been taught by God's chosen leaders about the prophecies written in the scriptures. All the signs of the end times are happening. This can only mean one thing. All the signs have been fulfilled. The crown of life is within my reach. So I'm happy when I fail.
never gives me more than I can handle. He helps me through it all. And if I get weak and tired, I'll imitate my Lord Christ.
Through all his suffering, he was brave. He was confident in God's promises.
So I'm happy when I fail. All the trials that come to test my faith. I feel so strong when I pray. My Lord God leads me to brighter days. I'm glad to be a member of the Church of Christ. It's the greatest thing that happened in my life. I'm blessed whatever happens, come rain or shine, 'cause I know I can put my hope in the grace that will be mine. I'm glad to be a member of the Church of Christ. It's the greatest thing that happened in my life. I'm blessed whatever happens, come rain or shine, 'cause I know I can put my hope in the grace that will be mine.
Church of Christ, right? And it's a beautiful day to like scream it out. I know. I think I would be saying even up to now, Ate Des is still screaming, but that's just one of the things that we really want to shout out, right? And so, how are you doing? I know that it's been a while, probably, right? And some of the areas they are in the northeast or the eastern part of the United States are still feeling probably the winter uh, atmosphere, right? And here on the islands, we actually have colder weather, and we're already almost in March. And you know what it means when it gets really cold in the island around this time. Then by summertime, it's going to be hot, right? So hopefully you're taking good care of yourself. Stay hydrated, and please, yes, just enjoy the day. Join the program with us, and I have a surprise. I know you're probably thinking, "Oh, she's gonna be chatting by herself." No, I'm not, because you look who's coming back to Faith and Melody, our Ohana Kuya Chris Esguera. Good madaling araw, Kuya Chris.
Aloha, good morning dyan sa Hawaii, sa the islands, and of course, good evening dito sa Pilipinas. Ate Des, I'm so glad I'm back. Thank you for having me today.
I know. And you see, I was surprised to see him in the Philippines. We were there for a little while. I was surprised to see him there, but keep us updated, Kuya Chris. How's it? How's life been in the last couple of whatever, right? How's it
Well,
been?
like just like a life in the island, everything here is relaxed, less stress, and then I
Mm-hmm.
have more time to go to the studio, to perform duties, which is very, very exciting and very inspiring, especially when you see all the ministers and all the talents that's in the INC radio that we just saw recently during the most recent awards night, 57th awards night at the Philippine Arena.
Yes. But Kuya Chris, you have your fans here who would like to see more of you. If you could kindly to twist or tilt your device a little so we can see more of you. So Kuya Chris is now in the Philippines. Like, can you tell us what locale are you now? And yes, if you can on the other side, maybe on the other side, Kuya Chris. uh, Twist your phone a little to the other side, right? I know you're still probably working, like right now, very busy. Sorry to kind of rattle you a little there. There you go. And if you can activate the blur, if not, on the other side, the opposite side, kuya. Pihit mo ng konti sa kabila. Oo, sa may left side mo, sa may left side na ng sa kabilang left.
Sorry, I think
Yeah.
that's that.
Oo
There
nga,
you go.
nahilo ka na. The other side, kuya, the other side. Konti pa, pihit pang konti to your. Now I'm disoriented, but okay. But it's just so nice to see you, Kuya. Now, all right, Kuya Pong, Kuya Irene, let's start with our kickoff chat.
Yes.
Kickoff chat tayo, yeah.
Let us know if it's something that you're willing to pick up as a
Kickoff chat.
Yan. Okay, you see, I know everybody's excited to talk about the topic, but preliminary to our discussion, we have our kickoff chat, right? So, our question for today is a very simple question. Very simple, right? But would you like to have something named after you? What is it and why? So it could be anything, right? It can be a monument, maybe a park, or you know how some people have their names in a structure. Could be a building, part of a building, school, or whatever. So, what about you? Ohana, let us know. Would there be anything, or would you like to have something named after you? What is it and why? Songs, okay lang din, pwede lang din. Sige, Kuya Chris, tanungin natin, okay lang ba sa'yo? Ano po, what is it that, if you so like, no, what is it that you would like to be named after you?
Probably a dish. Since I love cooking.
Oh, like,
Maybe
so
like
what are you gonna name it?
probably gonna name it pasta de Jose. Yeah.
Napaka-exotic naman. And what would be the ingredients of that pasta de
Pasta
Jose?
It's like French Italian, di ba kakaiba?
Oo
So,
nga eh.
pili kasi ako sa seafood, and one of the popular seafood na paborito ko is clams kasi it has so much flavor. Yeah.
I love
So,
clams too. I think in Italian, it's pasta de vongole, right? Oh, vongole.
Bong.
Yeah. Yan. So,
Bong.
ano pala, no? It's a dish. Wow! Right? So, when we finally have that kind of dish, we can actually say, hey, Kuya Chris, in your honor, see, I'm eating pasta de Jose. How
Pasta
can you, can you spell that? Just so we can
It's
get
like
it right.
it's not actually my name, but it's French way. Jojit. So Jojet.
Wow. Wow, napaka-exotic naman. Ang saya naman niya. But that's actually really, something that everyone can probably enjoy, right? At saka talagang, it's within your line, something that we will remember you by.
Exactly. When you have passion for food, yeah, you always have to remember that, something. Just like, tita, when there's always the family secret, diba? Yung mga abuela, yung mga lola natin, they have their specialty. So, siyempre, we
Yes.
always grandma and lola for the food that they actually created their own recipe. So, I wanted to do the same thing, to have a legacy that when they taste that food, like, oh, this is from Kuya Chris. So,
I know. It's not just a signature dish, but it's a dish that's named actually after you. Wow, nice. Right. Now I get to think, because initially I would just like a song named after me,
Yeah.
but I think there's already something like that, right? But then I was thinking probably maybe for myself, like a hiking trail or part of a garden, right?
there you
And
go.
there's like, diba, no? And there's a bench over there, so that when you get to sit down, you get to remember me. Oh, while eating pasta jojit.
On the tree, ate.
Yes, while eating pasta jojit, right? So,
Yes.
you can yeah, you can enjoy both at the same time. Now this is what our Ohana said. Let's just say hi to everyone. Si Ka Elenita, she's like our first honor here. Good morning, Ka Elenita. Kumusta po? Hi. And of course, si Ate Care is there. Good morning. Aloha kakahiya ka, Ate Care. And Kuya Mario Ocas. Alam mo si Kuya Mario, any time of the day, no? He supports INC Radio. And he was actually honored. Kuya Mario, yan, isa sa mga naging highlights also in the recent awarding that we had. No? Si Kuya Mario was honored along with the other loyal supporters of INC Radio. So thank you for your continued support. And si Ate Zenny, hello Ate Zenny from Midtown Toronto, District of Greater Toronto. And now si Ate Care asking what's for breakfast. I wish I could answer you because I haven't had breakfast yet. It's just 6:17 here. I only had a sip of coffee for the moment, but wait, Ate Care is not asking me. Why am I answering? She's asking Ate Jenny. But anyway, hello, Ka Carmen. Good morning po, Ka Carmen. And she's also greeting everybody. Oh wow, we have from Hamburg, Germany. Guten Abend, Bruder Alberto Talastasin. Hey, kumusta po? Thank you very much. For thank you for joining us and uh, yeah, they're saying, they're sharing the weather updates or the weather conditions there. So it's sunny and nice in Sacramento, and we have to keep it that way. And beautiful and blessed day, only 1 degree in Ate Jonah's location. So in Edmonton, Canada, warm 1 degree. 1 degree. Wow. And in Toronto, -4 Celsius. Wow, I know, right? Okay, so Ate Zenny said, she likes to name, ito daw, no, I like to name my Zenny's Leche Yummy because everyone likes it. They said no one can beat it. Ate Des, uy, Ate Zenny, sana naman makatikim
We have
kami
to
niyan,
try.
no? The
Yes, we have
Zenny's
to try.
Leche. Leche yummy. Wow, sarap. Now I'm imagining it already. Si Ate Jonah naman, perfume.
Oh,
John's scent. Wow. Naman, perfume. O nga, no? Like Jonah Grace. Right? Pwede, Ate Jonah, right? And, yes, Ate Care, naganda to, no? She would like a holiday named after her, and the name is Care Day. It's going to be a worldwide event. It's a holiday named after Ate Care, and it's going to be called Care Day. Oo nga naman, why not, right? So we will always remember her on that date. So that is just our kickoff chat. So Kuya Pong, Kuya Irene, let's close off this segment before we introduce the songs, please.
Another word. This is our live transform. Let us know if it's something that you're willing to pick up as a
Kickoff chat.
Actually, no, let me just read this because Kailinita said that my granddaughter, Savannah's middle name was named after her and her the other grandma, Eleanor. Oh, isn't that nice too? Because it's also like a Filipino tradition where we combine the names, right, for the children. But that's so sweet, naming a family member after you. That's also one of a legacy that like to live them, right? Okay, so let's play two songs before we proceed with our topic discussion. Let's play I Am Happy and More Than We Asked For. We'll be right back.
Troubles in this life may come, but that's okay. I'll still be happy anyway. This world may try to bring me down, but I won't happy all the time. For my Lord Jesus Christ has said, His power is made perfect in me. During times when I'm weak, I'm not alone. So always hold on. I'll be brave and be glad when trouble is near. Then I'm weak, I am strong, for His power lives in me. There is nothing that can take me away from my Lord. I am happy, so happy, for I feel His love for me. When I have to face my trials, I'll be alright. For I'll find joy in Jesus Christ. I will endure and carry on to keep His words. Bring honor to my Lord. For my Lord Jesus Christ has said, His power is made perfect in me. During times when I'm weak, I'm not alone. So I'll always hold on. I'll be brave and be glad when trouble is near. When I'm weak, I am strong, for His power lives in me. There is nothing that can take me away from my Lord. I am happy, so happy, for I feel I'll be brave and be glad when trouble is near. When I'm weak, I am strong, for His power lives in me. There is nothing that can take me away from my Lord. I am happy, so happy, for I feel His love for me. I am happy, for I am a member of the Church of Christ.
In this life we have, there's so many things we need for us to live along. We're bound with the challenges, many cries from battles, yet He did not abandon us. These wounds from hardships, we thought we could no longer withstand. Through our prayers, He hears and answers us. Someday we will receive everything that we aspire. Our hope will never fade, for the grace He has in store. Because once He answers us, He gives us more than we ask for. If today we feel gloomy and blue, all the things we've been through, it seems so far and untrue. But life goes on and on, we're happy to move on, because with Him the battle's won. These wounds from hardships, we thought we could no longer withstand. Through our prayers, He hears and answers us. Someday we will receive everything that we aspire. Our hope will never fade, for the grace He has in store. Because once He answers us, He gives us more than we asked for. More than we asked for. Each day, each night comes, He is there
more than we asked for, right? That's just how God loves us. Sometimes we don't even have to ask for it, and God is already giving it to us, and even more. And those are the just some of the things that make us happy and make us truly proud of. So we are going to begin our topic discussion, and the title is Proud Yet Humble. So these are two concepts, right? That when you look at it, they're actually opposites. There's the pride, or the state of being proud, and of course humility, or the state of being humble. Can they coexist, right? Can you just be proud? And when you're proud, you're not being humble, and the other way around. So those are just one of the things that we're going to talk about today. That feeling of pride actually gives us a little more spring in our step, right? That jubilant feeling for days. It can be even not just days. It's something that we wear on our sleeves, we wear on our heads. There's just something about being proud that sustains us to achieve even more, to show it off, right? And there's no shame in showing it, no? But balancing it with humility can have more considerable, long lasting impact. And of course, we're gonna ask Kuya Chris, no, and our Ohana. Our first question for today is, what are just some of the things that you are proud of? Kuya Chris.
Um, of course, first of all, the one of the most things that I'm proud of is being a member of the Church of Christ. Of course, that's always first and foremost in our lives as members of the church, because we are called inside the church. There's only few people who are called inside the Church of Christ, and to be part of that church is every day of our life, every moment makes us proud. And I'm also proud to be called grandpa or
Oh,
dad, kuya, because those things actually is something that you earn. You don't just get it. Being a grandpa or being a dad or being a big brother. I mean, especially to our Filipino culture, that's really a big respect when someone calls you ate, someone calls you kuya, they call you, dad, mom, lolo, lola. So me being at this age of my life, being called lolo of my grandkids makes me really proud to be called lolo. It's, a lot of people they say, don't call me lolo because it makes me old. But me, I'm proud to be called lolo because that means you actually reach that stage of your life that your kids are all grown, they're done with school. Now it's the next level of being a parent. Now you're a grandparent. So being a lolo makes me proud. So those are the two things. Of course, us being Filipino, we're always proud of being Filipino wherever we are in the world because of our hospitality and our resilience as Filipino. Everywhere we go, we can survive. It doesn't matter if it's cold weather or hot weather. People survive in Afghanistan or in North Pole or in Canada. But no matter where we go, we are proud to be Filipinos. So those are the few things that I'm proud of after this.
yes. So status, right, and titles, and that's true. Especially for relationships, right? Because not everybody gets to be in that status, right? Being a grandfather, just being a parent, just being a dad, as they say, you can be a dad, but it's a different thing to say that you are a father or something like that, right? Because
Yeah.
there's more, yeah, there's more responsibility or interaction with becoming a father. You're just a dad because you have a kid, but fatherhood actually is not just by blood, right?
No. Yeah.
Because yeah, because we know of people raising children not their own, right? And even within extended family members, sometimes people play the dual part, being a father and a mother to somebody, right? So that's true. Status and of course titles for Filipinos, that's a big thing. And one thing that I noticed too, no, having watched a couple of K dramas, they're also particular about titles, right? You hear that Sanbei name, na, yeah, right. I don't know if I'm saying it right, and we begin to
Uh,
understand. Yeah,
yes.
you know, that it's like that they call them based on their like profession. So if they're a doctor or or a congressman or senator, they call them by the title as well. Just like in the Philippines, right? Even if we're close to them, we know them. Um, we're very comfortable with them because of their title. We defer to the title, like si engineer, di ba? Ganon. Oh, ayan si architect, right? Um,
Oh, yeah.
yes, attorney, exactly. So, yan yung those are the things that we attach, the titles, that we attach to a person. And of course, we're proud of that. And of course, sometimes it's not just the pride in it, but of course, they're entitled to that. That just
Earned it.
means they earned it. Exactly, right? It's not something that they just inherited. They worked for something. Now, other people, they're proud of like material things, in the sense that it's also extraordinary, right? Like having a rare or unique collections of toys, probably.
Yes,
Do you have
yes.
anything like that, Kuya Chris? Meron ka bang exotic collection?
I'm also a toy collector at this.
Oh,
I got
wow.
so in my house that it's not even doesn't even fit in my house anymore.
Wow. Maybe get a
Yes,
house for.
yeah, actually, I have a storage just for my toys. A matter of fact, my wife and I have our different categories. She
Uh-huh.
toys. I have my own collection. Now, because of that, all my kids are have their own collections too. So, yeah, I mean that it makes you happy having those collections that you collected through the years.
Mm-hmm.
I first got to the States back in 1996. So it's been a while. So I started collecting one by one, and next thing you know, I feel like, wow, after all those 2 years, I got all this toy collection. And you're proud of that because you earn every penny of it. You spend much, you work so hard for that, and then you buy one at a time. Next thing you know, you got a collection. So
Yes. And for those who collect memorabilia, toys, or maybe just knickknacks, or right, especially with a personal or emotional attachment to it, that's really something that even I myself, I can be proud of that person. It's like if I see somebody collecting like that, and I share in the joy. Like we had this discussion before, but there is this I think even some of our Ohanas would have this too. That all the memorabilia or the souvenirs that we had for the celebrations, for the INC anniversaries, for the events, for the activities, and it's like neatly packed. Actually, a long time ago, my husband did that because every year, every anniversary, they have the pins, right?
yes, the
So
pins. Yeah,
yeah, so my he has like a collection, and he put it in a nice like the military box. Is what's that
Lego
called? Yeah, right.
box. Yeah,
Yes, so I
yes.
don't know where it is right now, but I saw that. So all the pins for the INC celebrations, the events, no, he's got that. He collected that, and I know of people who've collected. I collect the shirts. So Kuya
The
Chris,
shirt.
actually, I'm going to post that on my social media because I saw my T-shirt from the CEBSI 2016 event in the Philippines. Right, I didn't get any T-shirt for this year, but I don't think we had any. But that's I collect that. So you'll probably say, luma na. That's like too old. The colors, the prints are all faded, but I still have them.
Nostalgic to have those.
Yes, because it's just and I'm proud to say that. Some people might say, "Oh, you're a pack rat," or this or that. But for me, it just holds not just emotional value, sentimental value, but for me, it's like a memory that when I put it on, if it's the shirts, if I put it on, it's like, yay, I'm remembering, or I'm brought back to that day, right? So the things that we are proud of can range from many different things. Can be like a personal item, maybe an accomplishment in life, right? Like si Kuya Chris na did you shift careers or anything when you moved there in the Philippines, or is it what's like
Actually,
the big thing you did?
yeah, actually, I did actually did the full switch because of course, I was in the military, and then after the military, I went to school to become a chef. But actually,
Mm-hmm.
cooking was ever since I was young. So it's been in my life, but it's just after the military, you have to have a life after the military. So that's why I switched to cooking, which is being a chef. So I was able to do that, and currently I'm doing that right now, and also my other passion, which is basketball coaching. So I was
Mm-hmm.
really to be able to fulfill two passions of mine, being a chef and being a coach, that I can do it right now. And also doing my passion of broadcasting and, communication, especially in INC radio. And I just can't thank God enough for all these blessings that I'm able to live my life, and all my passions and all the things that I love to do in life, especially inside the church. So really blessed.
Some
Really.
Yeah, something that you can really be truly proud of, right? Now, see, Ate Zenny actually said that she's proud of being a deaconess, same year as her wedding anniversary, so 32 years. Wow.
Wow.
32 years as a deaconess. And right, di ba, Kuya Chris, just last year there was a recognition for all the officers who's been in their duties for decades, right?
Yes.
And for me, just being there, watching the brethren receive their recognition for some number of years. That's for me. I'm proud as well. Like, oh, I know him. How we
Yes.
are like that sometimes. It's just by relationship, or it's not even relations. It's just like, oh, she's from my locale, right? I'm proud
Yes.
of him or her, right? So we share in the joy, we share in the pride, and something that connections, relationships, those are things that also makes us proud, right? And of course, as parents, tayo
Of
naman,
course.
'di ba? Once we become parents, talagang pride and joy yung mga anak eh.
And also, Ate, to be able to be in that 30 years of service in the church is really something special because, we're all volunteers here. We actually give our time. So it's actually more rewarding for us because we're doing it because we love doing it. And that's why
Mhm.
in your life that you have 25 years or 30 years in service in the church, that's really, really, really overwhelming. That's very something that you can really, really be proud of because you're actually giving your time to the church. And this is all for the glory of God.
Mhm. Yes. And eto si Kuya Rod actually said that he represents Oakland, California with what I wear, with what he wears, no, like shirts, hats, and other stuff. So I suppose you can say I'm proud that I am from Oakland. Wow. Yeah. Chihu,
Yes.
Oakland. Chihu, Kuya Rod.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Actually, he mentioned wearing shirts that represent where you are. Don't we do that too? Like,
Yeah.
something that says Philippines, Manila, right? So when we wear shirts like that identify us as members of the Church of Christ, di ba? Extra pride yan eh.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Sa
You
Tagalog,
mean
anong
we represent our local, our state.
Yes. And di ba Kuya Chris, like even our luggages, right? We put stickers that identify the luggage as Iglesia ni Cristo. And we do that too. Um when wherever we go, maybe just the combination of the colors, and in some others, in their businesses, in their logos, the colors of the Church of Christ are represented. So that's just one way of not just identifying themselves as members of the Church of Christ, but also saying that, hey, I'm proud to be a member of the Church of Christ. So you don't, we can show it in so many ways, right? And yes, Kuya Rod also has a collection of all kinds of INC shirts from different events that we've done. So many shirts. I know, Kuya Rod. I have my shirt from way back. I forgot the year, but it was like in the late 90s, I would say, when we had the big event in the Philippines. And I still have that somewhere in the Philippines. And very, very proud of that too. Let's just say hello to Ate Jocelyn, right? Ate Jocelyn, yes, from Delta, BC. Good morning. And wow, already we have Ate Asko Santiago, right? Si Cake. She already has an acronym very early on in our program. She already has an acronym for proud yet humble. And it goes, purposefully reflecting on unwavering dedication. Your experience through humility unravels marvelous blessings and love eternally. Wow, very early on. Already something for challenging already. And of course, she's very proud. And I'm also very proud of our Ohana for being so smart, Kuya Chris. Like, I can barely come up with an acronym for a word, and they're coming up with acronyms for the whole title. And ang galing mo, diba? Na, si hello, Ate Lynn Ubaldo from Spain, right, Ate Lynn? Okay. Kuya Rod said, I remember wearing a Faith Speaks shirt, and it drew a lot of attention and positive comments. A good way of starting a conversation to share our faith. People like the shirts. And that's very true, no? The shirts, when we wear them, it's also a way of introducing the Church of Christ, right? Especially if we have all the Bible verses on it. And some people, they will read it, and some people who will be more curious and probably approach you, have conversation, and that's the perfect way of starting a conversation. Yes, Kuya Rod, that's very good. So who else? See, ayan, they're saying hello to each one of us, and each one of them. All right. Now, Kuya Chris, now we're talking about pride. We're talking about being proud. Do you show do you show your pride, or like sense of accomplishment or satisfaction, in what ways? Sometimes we see that in a person, like yung yabang, parang to the point na parang nanalo lang, parang gano'n. But how do you show your pride or sense of accomplishment?
Actually, a lot of times, people recognize you like, oh, you this and this. But kasi I'm really annoyed. I'm really humbled by all those experiences. So, I mean, most of the time, my kids are the ones who are actually flexing me out to this. Like, oh, that's my dad. That's my coach dad. That's my dad. My dad's a military. So most of the time, and for me, for someone to be proud of you, especially your kids, that means so much to me already. What more, for other people. But if your kids, your own kids, are actually flexing you, posting you in social media, it actually makes me even prouder to become their dad, because they're recognizing my efforts, my abilities. And for your kids to do that, it makes you wonder what more if other people can do that to you, because your own kids can recognize that. If other people can recognize that, it even makes you feel humble, because everything, all this is done for the glory of God. Everything we do, not only to the church, also outside the church. When you become a good doctor, you become a good chef, your skills come from God. And for us, we always be humbled by our achievements, because all of this is not because of our own doing; it's because of God. So, uh, yeah, I mean, most of the time, it's just, the kids are always doing the flexing for me, not myself.
Yes, and I'm glad that like with the kids right now with social media, where they're coming up with more words that doesn't
Yeah.
really say like you're showing off, right? Like flexing, soft launch, things like that, right? And they all mean the same thing. It's just showing pride in something, and it's there's no shame in that. Exactly like Kuya Chris, you worked hard for it.
Yes.
So when some people post it on social media, it's their right to share it. And for us, that's also a moment for us to think and probably challenge ourselves. Like it's like how many times we've seen people posting their like as simple as travel memories, right? When they post something like and they're proud that they just did a trip to Divisoria, probably, right? Or a tour of the historical sites in the Philippines. You'll probably say, I've been there, done that. But when you see that, the whole thing, how they enjoyed it, right? And probably they've given you more ideas about how to better enjoy that trip. It makes us think like,
Yes.
oh yeah, you know what? I passed by this place so many times that I don't recognize the value of it anymore. Maybe, and because of that, that makes you think, right? That gives you a fresh like outlook or perspective
Outlook.
about something, right? And even accomplishments, like for instance, maybe you'll see Kuya Chris or anyone else saying, I just finished this, I did a marathon or something like that. It's not showing off. It's a we're it's an accomplishment that we are proud to share, not because we wanted to say we're the greatest, but it's
Exactly.
something that maybe we're not saying the entire story, but there's more story behind it. And that's the story that we have to listen to, that we really need to look into, not just the accomplishment. Because you see, Kuya Chris,
It's the
no,
journey.
yeah, go ahead.
It's the journey, ate. Sometimes when you do something, it's the journey. How did he come up
Mm-mm.
with this? How did he able to accomplish this? It's about the journey. Maybe there's a lot of struggles in life that we don't know.
True.
That's why we have stories in life. And a lot of
Yes.
times, most actually we judge people just because, oh, you can only do that. I can do so much in that, but you don't know that there's something behind that story, that he
Yeah.
struggled able to go to the Philippines for the first time. That that's his goal, is to go to the Philippines and go to the Visoria, and appreciate the good food in there. So we have to
Mm-hmm.
respect that.
Yes, and show your pride that you've accomplished something. Just like like 'di ba yung you were in the military, 'di ba veterans, right? They wear ano yun yung the cap, right? Because they've earned that. Now,
Yes.
that's why there are laws that says you cannot just wear that. You need to
You-
be you should you should be like a recipient of something like the medal of what's that called, medal of honor. Nobody can just wear that. But
Exactly.
if only the person who has been given that can wear that, because and then they wear that, they go out, right? And something that they wear to show that that's what they received, that's what they accomplished. And when we look at that, don't we just have that big parang oh moment na wow, wow, and then we respect for the others, the younger ones, they salute them, right? And then for us non-military people, when we see them, it's like wow, you're like a veteran, and probably your story goes way back. You were in this battle and all that, especially some of the what's that called, insignia. It tells you
Yes.
like what kind of like
Unit.
assignments, yeah,
Yes.
unit
Unit.
too, right? And wear your pride, so to speak. Like if that's you, why not, right? So even for those who maybe you don't see what they actually do on a daily basis, but they're wearing it in the way they walk, right? A little, the head is a little, or the chin is a little up, right? The shoulders are a little, anong tawag doon? Parang
Well,
kalimutan ko
well,
sa Tagal. Yes, ganon. Stomach in, chest out, ganyan, ano?
yeah,
And that's just one, you can see that. Di ba
the
nakikita
demeanor.
natin yan?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's maybe you can say posture issue lang yan. No, some people, pansinin niyo po, no, a person has accomplished something will look differently than their ordinary daily look, right? So it doesn't have to be a big accomplishment, but you'll see that in the way they walk, the way they speak, and their mannerisms. And that's just, it's okay. That's your way of your showing your sense or your accomplishment or your pride. And sharing stories, 'di ba? Na parang, "Uy,
That,
Kuya Chris, nanalo ako." Like, gano'n. Wala naman. Anyway, Kuya Chris, ganito, 'di ba? Ayan, o kaya si Kuya Chris would say, "Oy, Ate Des, I just invented a new dish, right? I'm using just one ingredient." Yeah, meron bang gano'n? Hindi naman, wala naman yata na water lang. But anyway, you see, when we accomplish something, don't be ashamed to show it off. And if you can announce it, you can advertise it, do it. Because that's also one way for you to acknowledge what you have accomplished, and nobody can take that away from you, right?
and
So,
also,
um,
some people do that because they want to inspire people. Because a lot of people are inspired by some people, especially sometimes you just lose weight and then people are like, how did you do that? So, you tell them your stories. You got inspiring stories that inspire people that if he can do it, maybe I can also do it. So those are some of the things that flexing or being proud of something can do for us. It can inspire people, it can motivate people.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And here's what our actually, they're commending each other for the great work that they've been doing, not just sharing their stories but posting their yung acronyms, di ba? And this is something that I'm truly, truly proud of our Ohana, right? It's not just challenging each other, but inspiring each other. So Kuya Rod said, Ate Scott, that acronym says it all. So inspiring. Oo nga naman. Ka Alberto Talastasin said, I humbly say it all the time. Yes, of course. You know what? Our membership inside the Church of Christ, sometimes we don't even have to articulate it. It will be known through our actions, through the way we interact with other people. So, and sometimes that's how people know more about us and the Church of Christ, in the way that we treat them, in the way that we talk to them. And that's a distinct mark. Like Kuya Chris, while I was growing up in the Philippines, they can tell by the way I speak, right, that I am Iglesia, because in the Philippines, we're taught and trained to speak in the native language, not just the conversational Tagalog. So we're very fluent in the
Yeah.
Filipino language. So
Right.
people will be surprised, once you start speaking formally,
Yeah.
and they would ask, Iglesia ka ano, right? So it's like, oh, see, I don't even have to tell them, but just the way I speak, they can tell that I'm Iglesia. And when you can say it all the time. Agree po, Ka Alberto. Nati Care said, agree. When your kids humble brag about their parents, it's a different happiness, or consider you a cool mom or dad. Oh, di ba, Ate Care, no? It's like, it's like, in the Filipino, situation, we have this joke, di ba, Kuya Christian? Uy, yung nanay ko. O yung tatay ko, talo ka ng lolo ko. we,
Wala yan
we,
sa lolo ko. Wala yan sa
wala,
lola ko.
Diba, no? Like, when we share stories and then we say, oh, look, yung nanay ko, my dad, my mom, right? And for parents, that's just, it sums up all the pride that we have. Because sometimes we don't recognize, no, maybe we don't notice that our children are actually watching us, right? So when they
Exactly.
hear,
It's good for the parents, Tita, that they're actually recognizing your hard work, that
true.
recognizing that came from you, and because they're like this because of us parents, and that's why I always tell my mom, I love you, mom, I love you, mom, so much. My mom was always watching me, is always supporting me in everything that I do. I'm a mama's boy, so I always tell my mom how
Oh,
much I. So I'm Mommy
yeah,
Lil
sarap.
of LA. Yes.
Woohoo! Yay! Hello, mommy. Yes. So Ate Zenny said, a short story.
In the church, when there's a church victory, it makes us so proud to say out loud that we are members of the church. Just like during the
Mhm.
100 years, it makes you cry seeing the Philippine arena and all those fireworks. And without noticing, you're just crying. You just, so say, I'm so proud to become member of the Church of Christ because it's church victory. We're part of it, and that's why a lot of us, every day of our life we're so proud to all go out there and tell people, invite people to go in the church because church is doing everything for the glory of God, and we're really proud to be part of that. Something bigger than us. Yeah.
Yeah. And that makes us even more prouder when other people make note of that, right? And
Mhm.
they're the ones recognizing all the things that you've accomplished, and especially for the church, right? When we see news items, people from other religions, and praising the church, that makes us even more proud, right? Yes. So, Ate Zenny said a short story about how INC recognizes on the 110th years anniversary. We went home for the celebration. Then I went to a shoe store to get my white shoes for Deaconess. Unfortunately, it was half uh, one half daw. So the sales lady commented that the INC members bought everything there for their 100 years anniversary. And I told her, yeah, oh, and we are INC members po. So proud to tell them. That's true. It's like you're buying something and then they will tell you, oh, the Iglesia already bought all of it. Like, yes. Because
So,
we're united like that, right? So, Ate Care is commending Ate Sko for the acro challenge, right? And ayun si Ka Edwin, magandang umaga syempre kay Ka Edwin din ito. So eto na. But before that, let's read the other one. Ate Sko said, "I love being creative in this program." Po, thank you for the wonderful titles, FNM and Ohana Chatmates. Di ba, no? I'm proud of that too, Kuya Chris and our Ohana. I'm so proud of our Ohana, challenging and inspiring each other. So here goes Kuya Rod's challenge, not really a challenge, but contribution to the acronym for today's title, Proud Yet Humble. Kuya Rod said, pure righteousness offers unique discoveries. Your every triumph has unselfishness, motivating brethren, loving everyone. Oh, what? I'm having goosebumps just reading it. And Kuya Rod even said, that's so true, Ate Des. He goes, my friend Jeff and I went to the same college, and in class, a fellow classmate noticed that we did not say bad words. We later on found out that she was INC as well. Actions speak louder than words. True. So, and Kuya Rod further said, so true ka, Chris. When the video showing the phenomenal growth of the church in Africa was shared with us, it made us feel so proud and brought us so many happy tears. God is awesome all the time. Exactly, right? And this is the perfect time for us to share two more songs because we're just very proud of all the INC original music. So we have these two songs for you, and we'll have a short break after that and continue with the discussion. And the two songs will be Sa Iyo Ay Lalapit, and the next one is I Run to You. So please do stay, and we'll be right back after this.
Stay with us.
Habang tinutungo ang tunay kong bayan, may suliranin na marami ang hadlang. May lungkot dusa na nararanasan, minsa'y tumatangis, minsa'y nagdaramdam. Habang sa daigdig ako'y naglalakbay, patid kong may pagsubok sa aking buhay. Ngunit ako'y hindi nababahala, pagkat ikaw, Ama, ang lagi kong gabay. Ako ay bibigyan at gugunitain na ikaw, Ama, ay Diyos ng pag-ibig. Ako ay hihibig sa'yo, ay lalapit at iyong iibsan. Lahat kong ligalig sa'yo'y nalapit. Lahat kong ligalig sa'yo'y nalapit. Maraming mang pagsubok at bagabag, nasasaksihan ko ang iyong tulong at awa. Sa paglilingkod sa'yo'y hindi pahahalang, pagkat ikaw ang tunay kong alinga. Habang sa daigdig ako'y naglalakbay, patid kong may pagsubok sa aking buhay. Ngunit ako'y hindi nababahala, pagkat ikaw, Ama, ang lagi kong kakbay. Ako ay bibigit, sa'yo ay hihibig, sa iyo'y bubuksan ang aking damdamin. Sa'yo aking Ama ay mananalangin, o ako nawa'y lagi mong diringgin. Diringgin. Lagi mong diringgin. This world is growing colder, numb to the news, chaos and disorder. What else is left to lose? But I'll never have to worry, I'll never be afraid, 'cause I'm safe, I'm safe with you. I run to you, I run to you, my Father, my protector. my refuge, my shelter. I'm running straight, I'm running straight. I run to you. If the world keeps spinning, spinning out of control, I'll never let go. I'll hold your words close. I'll run full speed ahead. The world can't stop me now, for I'm yours. I'm yours. So I run to you. I run to you. I run to you. I run to you. My Father, my protector, my refuge, my shelter. I'm running straight, I'm running straight. I run to you. Even if my knees grow weary, I'll keep running toward you. Even if the world comes crumbling down, I'll stand my ground and look up to you, and look up to you. I run 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 to you. My Father, my protector, my refuge, my shelter. I'm running straight, I'm running straight. I run to you.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hi everyone! It's Ate Maisel. Samahan niyo po kami ngayong Biyernes dito sa Like and Share. Hanap mo ba ang perfect na panghimagas? Tara't alamin natin kung paano gumawa ng moist, malambot at creamy na carrot cake. Gusto mong palaguin ang iyong negosyo at kumita ng mas malaki? Abangan natin ang business tips na mas mabilis na makakatulong sa iyong tagumpay. I-level up ang hapagkainan with ginataang tuyo na malinamnam at talagang nakakatakam. At sa episode na ito ay ating mapapanood ang mga vlogs mula sa Eastern Visayas Satellite Studio. Kaya samahan niyo po kami ngayong Biyernes dito sa Like and Share, February 27, 2026 at 5 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. Only here at INC Radio.
Let's explore what keeps people moving when motivation fades and effort becomes a choice. Drive is built through action, meaning, resilience, and time.
Monday, act before doubt speaks. Tuesday, purpose pulls us forward. Wednesday, consistent steps strengthens identity. Thursday, summoning willpower. And Friday, pressure sharpens personal drive.
Join the discussion every weekdays, 10 p.m. Philippine Standard Time on INC Radio with the Next Level You. See ya!
Welcome back to Faith and Melody. Des Asenas here from Hawaii. And we're still talking to you, Kuya Chris Esguerra. He's now in the Philippines. So we were talking about pride, being proud, and of course, being humble or humility, right? That sometimes it's like they're two opposites. It's so hard to balance it because when you're proud, you want to scream it, right? You want to be on top of something and scream it to everyone else, that let people know. And that feeling of pride for an accomplishment can give us that special joy, right? Like an extra boost to achieve
Yes.
more. When we accomplish something, it drives us even more to chase that so we can achieve more. Now, some people may misunderstand or misinterpret, or may not look at the way that we show it in a positive manner, in the way that we wanted to share it. So how have you drawn the line, Kuya Chris, so it's not like misunderstood or misinterpreted when you're showing or when you're sharing your pride for an accomplishment?
Most of the time, I think that's when I have some accomplishment, I always give glory to God. Because when you give glory to God, it shows your humility. It shows that you're humble. That whatever accomplishment that you did, it's not because of you. It was given to you by someone bigger than you, someone more powerful than you. So when we actually are proud of something, the first thing we always do is, I give all the glory to God because without Him, I am nothing. Just like one of my favorite verse, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. One of my favorite verse. So I always follow that step, that in everything that I do, because every time I ask for something for God, I always say, please God, give this to me. If you give this to me, I promise to return all the glory and praises to you. So every time I say, so like for example, I'm a basketball coach. Every time we have a win for our basketball team, I always say, all praises to God. We thank you for giving us this victory. And we could have never done this victory without you because all the things come from you. So all our victory, all our praises belongs to you only and only you. So that's how I, give, props not only to my players, to the administration of the school. For every time we win, we're not winning because of our own stuff. We're winning because of our community, the people that support us, the people that believes in you, and most especially, it was all given. All our efforts or our skills, talents, all came from God. I mean, we could never have any victory or accomplishment in this life without Him. So that's how I show my being proud of accomplishment by giving glory to God.
Yes, and every time we do that, the more that we acknowledge that the only thing that people may see would be us, our names, our faces. But God's work is behind all of that, right? And if we don't acknowledge that, if we don't share that, some people will just say, hindi magaling ka kasi. No, I am
Yeah,
magaling because God made helped me to be
exactly.
so,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
if we don't acknowledge that, then maybe that the worst thing that could happen is we start believing that ay baka nga magaling nga
Yeah.
talaga ako. We're
Exactly.
relying on our own. So when we
Exactly.
acknowledge that and we share it, we scream it out loud and say, no, this is God's work. I
Mhm.
am just like an instrument here. I am just a representation of God's blessings. And if I was able to do that, I was able to accomplish that. So can you. And returning
Exactly.
all the glory to Him will bring it back to us tenfold, hundredfold. Diba,
Yeah.
Kuya Chris, no? And it can happen in our lives that sometimes we fail to acknowledge that what we've accomplished is also, an accomplishment by other people, like our parents, our friends, right? People who support us, right? Because it's easy to say, hey, I did like 60, 70% of the work here. And all they did was just write an email, right? Or
Yeah.
maybe shared my
Yeah.
post. But we couldn't really know that maybe a simple act made by someone was the most crucial thing to our success,
And
right?
this a quick story lang, no? I always hear this all the time, especially when I hear other producers that they always thank Ate Des for inspiring them to become a member or part of the IC radio family. I've
Oh,
spoken to a lot of people at Ate Des, and a lot of them are always saying, "Well, because of Ate Des, that I'm a host, I'm a producer." And I'm one of those people that wanna thank Ate Des for actually, inspiring me to become that. And when I was starting, that Ate Des, I was always on different programs just to promote, my mountain stage during our first initial episode. So that's why I hear that a lot of people. And I would like to thank Ate Des for actually inspiring a lot of young ones just like us to be able to be part of this big Ohana, this big family. I remember during the 50th, we were all so happy to see each other. It's like we've been together for the longest time, but we only see each other on the radio, on video links like this. So again, I would just like to give Ate Des her flowers for inspiring a lot of IUC radio producers and hosts to become part of this big Ohana.
Kuya Chris naman, like, don't make me cry. But thank you. And as I always say, we are what we are now. We are where we are now, because we are the result of the efforts of the many people who have led us to be here. And we're just passing it on to you, just as we hope that you pass it on to the next ones as well. And that's it, right? Giving due respect and acknowledgement to the efforts of the other people. Kuya Chris, talaga naman, oo. This is one thing that, but,
This is one of the few moments that I can give this special recognition for you because we barely see each other, and then most of the time we're on a different program. But I want to take advantage of this time to be with you, just one on one, just to let people know who are listening right now that Ate Des is one of the big
teka
inspirations for
muna,
me
teka,
to
pwede ba?
together with Kuya Manu and Daya. Those two are actually one of my first mentors during my first years as an IC radio host, and I was still in Mountain State together with Ati Mylene, of course, my co-host.
Mhm.
Ati Mylene is one of my favorite co-hosts. So
and
shout
and
out to
where we can't disclose it yet, but please do tune in. There's more of Kuya Chris that you will see in the future. When the time is right, we will make that announcement. Maybe come on back and promote
Ati.
that too. But meantime, just letting you know, po, we're truly proud of you as well, Kuya Chris, and everyone else from the satellite studios. Like we started with just four satellite studios in 2015, and look at it look at where it is now. There's like over 40. Ka Edwin, can you help me with the numbers pa? Like 46 yata ano. I'm not sure. And even before that, there were even more satellite studios before we did the rebranding and the consolidation of the satellite studios. But you can see the progress and the growth of the satellite studios. I am very proud of that. And okay, I think nobody can take this away from me. It's my pride that I've been there from the start. I'm one of the products, and now I've seen the growth of the others. And every time I tune into INC radio and I see a new face, a new voice that I hear, and I am just in awe that God gave me this opportunity to be standing here, sitting, no, and watching the growth of everyone, right? This platform that we were given, who would have thought that we would be here, right? Like if you think back 20, 20, 30 years ago, sige, maybe just the life before you became part of INC Radio, who would have thought that you'll be here being entrusted with this opportunity. And that's a pride that we will carry on for our lives and for the rest of our lives, and also share with my family. And of course, Kuya Chris, talagang the opportunities that we've been given, it's just it's up to us to do with what we are given, because for some people it's not easy, and maybe for others, no, they went through that phase. Because I think when I was given that opportunity, I jumped on it, right? I was like, yes po, okay. Like, what am I supposed to do? But it's like it's something that we were given, and we just ran with it. I have no background in actual radio broadcasting, but I learned it through the experience that we had, and also meeting the training that we were given, and meeting all the people that the church administration has appointed to be our leaders. So I am truly grateful. Talagang proud na proud po ako to say that I am an INC radio host, producer.
Yes.
Talaga,
Producer.
yes. Opo, tayo, di ba? Ayan, 56. 16 in the Philippines and 40 abroad. Di ba? Thank you, ka Edwin.
Exactly.
56. Kulang pala ako ng 10 kanina. Opo, 56 satellite studios. And not only that,
The 50th anniversary, there's only a few satellite studios, but we are so tight as a family members. When we went back to the Philippines, we did that tour. We went to the Philippine Arena. It just feels good to have families everywhere you are, and that's why we're also always thankful for the church administration for trusting us with this very, 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 special moment that we're able to actually enhance our skills. Just like what you said, I'm not a broadcaster, I'm not a host, but because of the trust that was given to us and the talents that were given to us by God, we're able to accomplish anything, not because of us, it's because of the trust that was given to us and the trust given to us by God. So again, we're always grateful to the church administration, to Brother Eduardo V. Manalo and Ka Angelo Eranio Manalo for all the trust that they're always giving us to be part of this ISU radio family.
and we're very proud members of this community, of this platform, of the studio, right? And are we humble about it? Definitely. It's something that, it's not just makes us realize more our potential, and at the same time, when you're being trusted like that by the church administration, it's a responsibility, right? And we don't just stop at what we have. We strive to do better, to be better each time. I share that gratefulness, Kuya Chris. Ate Care just said earlier words mean nothing without actions. True. And sometimes we don't even have to utter the words. It's through our actions. That's the one that makes the loudest statement, right? 'Di ba? Smile nga lang eh, right? So ka Albert Talastasin, take care po. And merci beaucoup ka Daniel John Mark Matudan from Western Europe. Wow. Baka Kuya Chris, yeah, you know French, right? Right. And he goes there yen. Oui, oui. Yan, Ate Sko said, internally, we quietly appreciate God's gifts. Kuya Rod said, proud yet humble also means respectful. Ate Jerona said, whenever I get acknowledged and appreciated, same with Kuya Chris, returning all to God, humbled by His mercy and grace. Ate Scott said, externally, people just naturally appreciate them too. True. So si Kuya Daniel John Matudan is from Marseille, right? Kuya Rod said, all for God. Ate Scott said, be happy with what you have. Work hard for what you don't have. Accept there are things you cannot have unless it's God's will. Very true. Very true. Captured the whole thing, right? And Ate Jonah said, yes, she is also a product of Ate Dessa's Kaya Mo Yan. If you only know Kuya Chris, like the pressure I give to them. It's all summed up in those three words. I don't have to say or do anything else. I just tell them, Kaya Mo Yan. Right. So, and then
Yes.
they figured it all out for themselves. Yes. Si Ellen, right? Aguinaldo. Thank you po. Thank you. Oh, Kuya Rod naman. He has an acronym for DES. DES, Extraordinary Sister. My eyesight is so bad, and then Kuya Chris is making me cry. I was reading salad. Extraordinary salad. Sorry, Kuya Rod. It's
Yeah, dedicated, enthusiastic, spiritual. Yes.
yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, wow, thank you. So Ate Seni said, oh, same here. Ate Des' favorite quote, small or big thing that can be of help with the with the administration of Church of Christ is a great work for God's glory. You inspired me to join in cinema. Yes, and INCRadio, Ate Zeni. And that's what I tried also to encourage my children and to everyone. It doesn't have to be big, right? When we know there's a need and we know that we can help, just reach out. Sometimes maybe we don't need to be asked, just volunteer. We know there's a need. Let's make that step to reach out and contribute. And that's one way of also showing our gratefulness and appreciation to the church administration for all that the opportunity they've given us, and of course showing and returning to God all the blessings that he's given us. Si Ate Care talaga, yeah, she said, you're definitely an instrument of God. Thank you, Ate Care. And si Ate Care is also, she also knows, kaya mo yan. That's our mandate here. Like, I don't need to explain anymore. Just, when we say that, it's like, gotta do this. Executive producer, humble brag po, Ate Des. Ito pa, si Kuya Rod said, Des, executively special. It's a very humbling. Ate Sko said, the program helps those who have no family like me. Thankful for the church administration. Ate Sko, we are your family. We are your Ohana. So, yes, we're giving you a hug, right? Tight hugs to you. If you need us, we're here for you. We're one happy family here inside the Church of Christ. And of course, Faith and Melody. Ate Melvi, hello, aloha. Ate Melvi said, hello, Ohana and Ate Dessa to everyone else. He's busy at work and silently listening because my day is not complete without Faith and Melody. And yes, Ate Dessa's away with words. And I love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you naman, Ate Melvi. Ate Care, don't, yeah, you're revealing too much. She said, Ate Des gives us the look. What kind of look is that? Right. So Ate Melvi said, I was hesitant at first to be a host and producer, but God has a way of redirecting our paths to where we need to be. I was also told, kaya mo yan. Thank you, Faith and Melody, for inspiring me. And thank you, Ate Melvi, Ate Zenny, and to everyone else who took that extra step. Right. I know sometimes the initial step will be the hardest, but once you get on that, just the first step will make you're gonna have to drag on the other leg, right, to make the next step, and before you know it, you're not just walking, you're running. And we hope that you will see your growth, your experience as something to be truly proud of. That's how we feel, right? We're just gonna continue with the discussion, no? Because alam mo, Kuya Chris, I'm just so happy that you're here right now talking about this, because I know also of your experience right now. What about they said
Adidas, can I
nga,
ask
right? Yeah, sure,
before you
sure.
do? Yeah. Adidas, what do you feel when you see all the people that you actually mentored or guided being hosts are now actually part of different satellite studios? What do you feel when you see them being active and leading some of the satellite studios?
It's an indescribable feeling of pride, right? Like, Kuya Chris, when I was at the regional awards, the INC regional awards for Luzon, and I see a lot of them who's been acknowledged for 10 years or more of being correspondent or being part of INC Radio. It it's like I feel like I'm a parent who's seeing not just the graduation of a child but moving up. Diba, no?
Cum
Like,
laude.
yung ganon eh, right? It's not just graduating, but they're, with honors, with flying colors, with the highest honors, and that's just how I feel. And there's the feeling of warmth inside me, that, and then I especially when they come up to me and I get to talk to them and I tell them that, oh, I've seen you grow on INC Radio. Remember the time that this, and we go way back from 10 years or beyond. It's like, excuse me lang po, no? I feel old, right? But also, it's the joy that we're part of their journey as well. Ang sarap lang ng
Exactly.
feeling na maybe we were ahead in the journey, but seeing you now taking that journey with us, it's an even more memorable experience. Hanggang sa huli, hanggang sa dulo, magkakasama tayo. Nauna lang kami. We were just a couple of steps ahead of you. But we will be together in this journey. And that makes me even more proud, Kuya Chris.
And also, just to give some pointers out there for the new generation, it's always nice to look back to our seniors, the people who were there before us, to acknowledge them, to thank them for their efforts, for giving us the trust, the opportunity to be able to be part of the INC Radio family. For someone to return that and say, "Hey, at the desk, thank you so much for doing this to me." It really makes you proud, and it's, I don't know, it's like a feeling that you cannot explain. Just like what you said, it's undescribable feeling. And for me, I always go back to my mentors, and just like what I say, I always go back to you because you're one of my mentors. Yeah, I always thank you so much for everything that you've done, not only for me, for a lot of hosts and producers for the IC Radio family. And I always, always, always acknowledge that because you were there before us. You paved the way for us, the new hosts, the new producers, to be able to do this. And for that, we're truly grateful for all that you did after this. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Kuya Chris. And I hate to say this to you, but you're now in that position too. to mentor the next ones. So, parang, now show me what you've learned. Now it's your turn to teach them. Di ba parang ganun na? But truly, and Kuya Chris, as I always say, we are the product of those before us, right?
Yes.
The training, the tasks that they've given us, and the growth that we've seen, not just in professionally, but in ourselves, right? Maybe in the beginning there's a lot of confusion and there's a lot of hesitation, but wait, what made it more um, special for me is the more that I became uh, really strong in my faith and commitment, because without that we wouldn't be here for this so many years, right?
Yeah.
I always say I don't want to cry because it's hard for me to stop. But Kuya Chris, no, as we wrap up our discussion here, we've there's just so many things that we already know, but sometimes we just fail to acknowledge it, especially if we don't say it out loud or articulate it. But what lessons about humility have you learned and practiced to today?
Well, just like what I always say, when I was growing up, my mom always tell me, lumingon ko lagi sa pinanggalingan mo. You always look back to where you come from. And I always live that every day of my life, that the people that actually helped me during my hard times, I always go back to them. I tell them I appreciate all their help. Because again, those people who actually was there with you during your hard times, and then they were there with you during your good times, that's something that's very rare nowadays. So in my life, I live that on a daily basis. That just like me, I grew up growing up in Tondo. I always go back to my community. If whatever I can do to help the community, giving back to the community, it's something that I'm always proud of. And just like what I always say, I grew up in Tondo. I'm a humble kid from Tondo, and Tondo made me who I am today. The community of people that helped me, that grew me to be who I am, is because of the people that I grew up with, and especially to my parents. And that's something that we can always live by, and that will always give us a good foundation in everything that we do, may it be in the church or outside the church, in our jobs, wherever we go. When we go back to that foundation of looking back to where you came from, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. There's always a good or positive things that will come your way if you stay and live by that.
Yeah. Kuya Chris, there's the Filipino saying, right? That you said, and I don't think there's just like an exact English equivalent, but let me say it in Tagalog, right? Ang hindi lumingon sa pinanggalingan, hindi makararating sa paroroonan. So it's like that's how we express gratitude, right? It's like simply stated, right? For the benefit of Ate Care, Kuya Rod, and for non Tagalog speakers, right? It's like if you don't acknowledge the help of the people or the who helped you or your experience before, you will not get to the your destination, right? So
Yeah.
um, thanking the people who helped us, who helped you get to where you are now, will be key for us to be successful. And not just that, to really enjoy that success. Right? Because
Exactly.
as we've been saying at the outset, a person's success is not just his own work. There are so many people who made that possible. Some may have been the big contributions. Others may have been minuscule. Maybe even a small act, but made the best or made the biggest impact. Right, and it's like this. If we fail to acknowledge that in Tagalog, this is how we say it. Palagay mo makakaulit ka pa, 'di ba? It's like, do you think if you fail to acknowledge the help or the contribution of that person, right? Do you think, and you know, and he or she is like waiting for you to acknowledge their efforts, and you fail to do that? Do you think you're able to ask for for more, right? Because you know,
Negative performance.
ganon eh. And it's a cycle too, right? So whatever you've received, make use of it, and then pass it on, pass it forward. Um, it's good to be proud, right? Especially if you've really worked hard for something, and let it be a legacy that you will live for the next generation. Now, Kuya Chris, as we wrap up our discussion, what are your final thoughts on our topic today?
Again, being humble will take you a long, long, long way, and that's why, you know, I mean, we do a lot of accomplishment in life, left and right, may it be small victories or big victories. It's okay. It's okay to to be proud of that because it's something that you work hard for. But just one thing that you will never forget is to always acknowledge God in everything that we do. If we do that, then everything will be okay. Again, the best example of that saying, the Tagalog saying, is actually our parents. They're the one who actually sacrificed everything for us. All throughout our life, they've been there for us through sickness and health, to rich and poor. But if we never acknowledge them, we will never be successful in this life. That's why I always love my parents, my mom and dad. In everything that I do, I always say, "I love you, mom. I love you, dad." Because again, it's also one of the commandment that has a promise. To respect your parents is the one of the promise that has. I mean, one of the command that has promise. So always stay humble and always acknowledge the people that actually help you go throughout the way of your life. So that's all I can say. And I want to say again, once again, thank you, Ate Des, for being part of my journey. I acknowledge you. I really appreciate you for everything that you do for us, for the INC Radio family. I love you, Ate Des.
Aw, and I'm so proud of you, Kuya Chris. Like, when you mentioned the years, it's like, oo nga, no. Has it been that long? And knowing the fact that wherever you go, you keep connected to INC Radio makes me even more proud. That only shows that you don't forget your roots. And it's like, as we said it one time that there's like a big rubber band that connects us to INC Radio. No matter how far we go, we can probably stretch it that much, but we still go back to INC
Yes.
Radio. And of course, I'm proud of everyone else. Like Ate Jonah was saying, Kuya Chris, humble boasting. Mga anak ni Ate Des have won Best Female Host. Woohoo! Manang Flo, Ate Care, of course, Ate Jonah, right? And yes, I'm proud. Humble brag? No, I am proud to say that we have the best hosts here on Faith and Melody, myself included, and it's something that I feel like I have a responsibility. I have more responsibility to do. Like when you're awarded this distinction of being best host, it's not something that you carry, like with you walk every day with your trophy and make an announcement that I am the best host. But it's for me, it's our responsibility to
Yes.
better, right? To do better and to prove to the church administration, to prove to God that this is something that I will treasure and cherish, and he's gonna that I'm gonna make God proud of me. Right? So let's just read some of the other comments here, because Kuya, I mean Ate Melvi, wow, may pahaba. Ate Melvi has her acronym as well. Proud yet humble. Okay. Prayerfully relying on upholding daily, yearly, earnest trust, having unity, maintaining beliefs, loyally edified. Wow. They're also smart, Kuya Chris. Like, ano ba yan? I don't even, like, I'm not even closer to them. Right? So, edified, true. And Kuya Rod even said he is edified. That's an awesome acronym. Ate Melby said that she still has a long way to catch up to him. But Ate Melby, Ate Sko, Kuya Rod, wow, I am not even near your ability. So be proud of your talents, right? At Kuya Rod said that's why we pray that we try our best to follow all of our Lord Jesus Christ's examples. Humble, obedient, faithful, true. And yes, Ate Care said, mahalo Ate Des, mahalo Ate Care. Yes, kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan.
You
Okay,
can do it.
Ate, yes, Ate Sko said, victory, being humble to learn from the successful leaders of faith, and being consistent to follow our dream with love. Yes. Why are you crying, Ate Care? I know, right? So don't make me cry. Now, did I freeze? I think so. Did I freeze, Kuya Chris?
Just a
Am
little
I?
bit.
Okay, so I'm still moving. Let's keep going then. Anyway, okay, I think I lost. There you go. We work hard, right, to accomplish things. Sometimes we announce it, we share it to the whole world, we celebrate and we brag about it. There's no shame in that, especially after overcoming challenges. But being humble in our victories can have more meaningful impact, more so when we acknowledge that God made it all possible and that we should always return the glory to Him. So, as they say, head high, eyes up, but always with the feet firmly on the ground. Yes, so now it's time to choose our top comment. Oh, wait. Yes.
Top comments, comments, comments.
Yes, you know what? All of those comments, the acronyms po, no? Kuya Rod, Ate Sko, Ate Melvi, they're all so awesome. That's all I can tell you. But there's what Ate Sko said earlier that stood out the most, and will this will be our top comment for today from Ate Sko. She said, "Be happy with what you have. Work hard for what you don't have. Accept there are things you cannot have unless it's God's will." That is our top comment for today.
Top comments, comments, comments.
And now let us just pause for our verse of the week.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brother Matt Carl Talix. If you've ever had a misunderstanding with someone close to you, you know how tough it can be. Sometimes it's easy to hold on to the hurt or frustration, but what can we do to mend our relationships and maintain peace with those we care about and even within ourselves? Well, we know that as God's children, He is always ready to listen and to forgive us. So we should do the same. If someone hurts us deeply, we should also be willing to communicate and to speak to them with kindness. Let's take the first step to work through our differences with others, ready to forgive when misunderstandings come up. We should do this because this is what the Bible teaches here in our verse of the week in Ephesians chapter 4 and the verses 32. And be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ forgave you. To our friends, we also want you to experience the love of the brotherhood upheld in the Church of Christ. So join us in our Bible studies and let God's words guide us towards truly gaining peace of mind and heart. We hope you've gained inspiration from this verse of the week. Stay strong, stay safe, and God bless.
Brother
Thank
Archie.
you. Yes, thank you for that verse of the week. Like truly a very fitting reminder for all of us. So, Kuya Chris, any other promotions, any greetings that you'd like to share?
No promotions, just greetings for Ate Des. I just would like to greet my tita, Fe Manalili of the local of Kaunlaran for her birthday yesterday. She's one of the longest running service deaconess in that locale. So, Mamu Fe,
Wow.
birthday to you. I'm sorry I didn't make it there because I have to perform my duties. So, but I will make it up to you. So, Mamu Fe, happy birthday. Of course, I would like to greet my children in Nevada, Jay, Gia, Mia, and my apos, Ren, Ray, Ray. I'll see you soon. I miss you all so much. And of course, to my mom, Mami Lilia Esquera of the local of Woodland Hills in California. I love you all. I'll see you all soon.
Wow.
At the
Kuya Chris, like how many grandkids do you have already?
I have two po. There's 5 and 4. So yes.
Oh, that's just so awesome, right? I know, and maybe one day I can, well, not yet, not yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. Let me just say this. No, so I had the best experience and opportunity to witness the INC Radio Regional Awards for Luzon, and I would just like to say that it was a very well put together production. Congratulations to everybody, and of course, congratulations to everyone who were recognized that day, not just for their work for the programs of INC Radio, but for all those who've consistently supported INC Radio throughout the years. No, just for some of the names that we already know in here, like Katita Galyarin, Kuya Joshua Arteta, Kuya Mario Oka, Ate Priscilla Batan, and of course, yes, our Ohana here, we are recognizing all of you po, but there's more INC Radio Regional Awards coming up this year. So we have one
No
for
way.
USA and Canada. Yes, of course, there's one also for the Asia Oceania region, and of course for Mindanao and Visayas in the Philippines, and finally the Europe Africa Regional Awards, and we'll make more announcements. And if you want to join us, let us know so we can give you more information. Why not? Maybe that's an opportunity for us to also like sit down, chit chat, share good stories, and just sharing the joy, just being proud of being part of INC Radio and being INC. Iglesia ni Cristo. So that's it for us. Thank you very much for joining us today. Please do take care. Kuya Chris, thank you very much. I know it's already like almost 2 a.m. there. Yes, and the ating tech who's always been well, of course, no, we're very proud of our tech. Kuya
Kuya
Pong,
Paul,
Kuya Irene. Yes,
Kuya
and
Irene,
we hope you get to meet them too. They're fun and wow, Kuya Pong lang daw.
Kuya Paul
Ayan.
lang.
Hindi. Kuya Pong,
Wait,
hello. At, wait. Andiyan si Ka Edwin. Ka Edwin, you wanna greet po before we finally close off the program?
No. I want to greet, syempre, si Kuya Chris. Thank you so much for visiting. Yun lang po,
po.
Tess.
Thank
Thank
you po.
you, Nakikuya, no? Ka Edwin, thank you very much, Ohana. We'll see you again next week for more insightful, heartfelt conversations on faith and melody. This is Des Acenas from Hawaii, and thank you, Kuya Chris Esguerra. He's now in Manila. And our closing song for today is, of course, Proud. Aloha, mahalo, ahuiho. Proud.
Chosen by God through his true messenger, blessed with the promise of eternal life and gifted with duties inside the true church. We stand tall with pride as the people of God. Undaunted, unhindered, we will never be bewildered by trials and calamities. We will go on courageously, for the Father will uphold us, his holy nation who are truly proud to be INC.
Blessed with holy duties, God's gift to us. Treasure this forever. In God we trust. We never quit in times of hardship. We're like soldiers who in God's favor. We know God will uphold
We are thankful to be of help to the church administration through the various works of holiness, and to our leaders who care for us tirelessly. God's word strengthen us through adversity. No amount of words can ever express how joyful we are to serve inside the true church despite our failings and sins. God outpours His mercy, salvation is near. Let us promise then to persevere.
Blessed with holy duties, God's gift to us. We'll treasure this forever. In God we trust. We never quit in times of hardship. We're like soldiers who win God's favor. We know God will uphold us with His mighty hand. Trusting my God and His blessings. Masih akan bisa pagtupad ng tungkulin. Mula sa aming puso Diyos ng pupuri. I am proud, you are proud, we are
Chosen by God, His true messenger, blessed with the promise of eternal life and Jesus inside the true church we stand tall. We pride as the people of God. Undaunted, unhindered, we will never be bewildered by trials and calamities. We will go on courageously, for the Father will uphold us. These holy nations who are truly confident.